Hello. I'm not sure if I'm live yet. I'm just going to wait a few moments. Okay, I am live. Hello, everyone in Facebook world. Hello, parents. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brianna, and I am the founder of this group. And I help teen girls and young women end depression, anxiety, self loathing, self harm, suicidal thoughts so that they can really step into their power, their confidence, and live their best lives. So, I wanted to just an important topic to talk about. So I call this one of the beliefs. It's not like I won't say it's the number one belief, but it is one of the beliefs. Check my internet. We're trying here. I'm connected to internet. I don't know what's going on here. I am doing this on my laptop because I am at my parents' house and I don't have great reception on my phone. So if you leave comments, I will not be able to see them, but it's all good. You can leave them anyway, and I can always respond later. So if you are watching live, please let me know that you are here. Even though I can't read your comment now, I will read it later. So you can just type in live if you are watching live. If you are watching the replay, just type in replay in the comments below. Okay. So this is one of the beliefs that is holding your daughter back in literally every area of her life. I'm going to tell you something. Well, and we got to stop it because it's really holding us back. And here it is. I don't think it's what you think it would be. You're probably thinking I'm going to say, "Oh, you're not enough. You're worthless. I don't love myself." You're probably thinking I'm going to go there. I'm not going to go there, not on this Facebook Live, but what I am going to say is here's the belief: don't get your hopes up. I said it. I said it. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Don't get your hopes up. Now, a lot of us have grown up kind of saying this to ourselves. We heard mom or dad saying this to us. Maybe some of you parents have said this to your children, to your daughter, to your son, and it may just have like come out and you didn't even like know what you were saying in the moment, okay? But what I really want to offer you is this one statement, this one belief could shut down so much in your daughter's life. And here's why. Okay? When your daughter goes around, and listen, it may not even be something that she is consciously like saying to herself. It doesn't mean that like before she does, before she goes and does something, she's saying to herself, don't get my hopes up, don't get my hopes up. But it's kind of like lodged back there. Don't get your hopes up. You don't want to get too excited for something because what if it doesn't work out for you? Then you're going to be even more upset. Then you're going to be more sad. So don't get your hopes up. And what does this mean? Like, don't get your hopes up. It really means don't expect the best for yourself. Because you may get it, but you may not. And if you don't get it, then that's going to really suck. So don't get excited. Don't get overly excited about it. And I grew up like feeling this way too. I said these kinds of things to myself. I'm sure my mom said it to me, right? I love my mom. But I'm sure she said it to me. Where else did I get it from, right? And so I'm sure, like, look, listen, we hear it from society, we hear it from friends. It's not just our parents that we hear this one saying, don't get your hopes up. But really, if we dive in deep to this one phrase, this one belief, what does it mean? It means don't expect the best because you may not get it, right? Don't think that you're going to get that achievement. Don't think that you're going to get that thing that you've been working towards because it may not happen. So don't go for it 100% or don't believe that you can have it. Don't believe that you can achieve it because maybe you won't. Here's the problem. Here's the problem when we tie ourselves into this belief of not really getting our hopes up. what happens is we don't have a belief and we don't have certainty in what we can do in our lives. And what happens is we play small. And your daughter may be playing small right now because she's never believing that she can do it. She's never believing that she can achieve her goals. She can go for her dreams. She can do the thing that she really wants to do. How many girls and young women are like thinking about careers now? And they don't go for the career of their choice because they don't want to get their hopes up. So it's better to stay small, and it's better to go for like less expectations on themselves. Go for like that easy job. Go for that cushy job. Then go for your goals and your dreams and actually what you really want. I'll give you a true story. One of my clients who is, how old is she? 15, 16, 15 or 16. I think she's 15. She once said to me in a coaching session, she said, we were talking about like, what does she want to do when she grows up? And she was talking about, well, I would love to be a producer, you know? And we talked about that. And I could see her face come alive. Like she looked so excited when we were talking about it. And then all of a sudden something happened and that excitement just kind of like evaporated from her face. And I said, what happened? Like, where'd you go? You were excited 2 seconds ago. What happened? And she said to me, she said, Brianna, I don't think I can actually have that. I don't think I can be a producer one day. It's not realistic. And I don't want to get my hopes up. Right? So then she named off some safer career choices for her. She's only 15, but she's going off of the safer bet, right? Those are more realistic, okay? And so I think this is a, and we talked about that, of course. I didn't let that lie. I wasn't okay with just letting that be. But this is the thing that I really want to get across to all of you parents that are watching this. It's like when your daughter has this belief, she says these things to herself like, well, you know, I don't really want to get my hopes up. It's not realistic. And I'm just using career as an example, but it could be anything. It could be trying out for the basketball team. It could be going for that art class. It could be asking her best friend who she has a crush on to, you know, go out with her. I don't know. I'm making this stuff up, but it could be anything, right? And your daughter, if she has this belief inside of herself, don't get your hopes up, then what happens from there is she's going to hold herself back from doing really big things in her life. And that's really unfortunate, because I'm here to tell you, parents, that a lot of girls are playing it safe and they're playing it small. One of the biggest things that I do with all of my clients is help them step into their biggest and best lives. What does that look like? What is it going to be like when, you know, you're loving yourself and you're confident and you're going out there and you're doing your thing and you're feeling fabulous and you're feeling amazing? Like, and then they really start to get into it. And some of that can be scary at the beginning. And they're like, oh my God, but I've never done this and I've never felt this way. And, you know, there's a lot of emotion that can come up, right? There's a lot of resistance that can come up because a lot of these girls, again, have been playing it safe. They play it small. Who would they be if they shine their light? There is a beautiful Marianne Williamson quote, and it is rather long, and I know I'm going to butcher it if I try to say it, but it's something along the lines of like, who are you to dim your light? Like, you're meant to shine. And even if that pisses other people off, or even if that bothers other people, it doesn't matter. We are not here, and I'm paraphrasing. This is not exactly what the quote is. I don't know the exact words of the quote, but this is basically what it says. It's like, who are you to dim your light? You are here to live a big, bold life, and don't hold yourself back because you want to fit in, because you want to be accepted by other people. And unfortunately, a lot of girls want that acceptance with their friends, in society, and then they don't want to step out there, right? They don't want, I had a girl just the other day saying, definitely want to work on that, right? It doesn't mean that like she has to be the center of attention with everything that she does. But what is it in this girl that doesn't want people to look at her, that doesn't want to be seen, that doesn't want to be heard, that doesn't want to express herself, that doesn't want to be the magnificent person that she is, so people can see that, right? If any of you have been around in this Facebook group for a while, you will notice a big change from when I first started doing these Facebook Lives. I would say maybe like, I don't know, 5 years ago or 4 years ago. I don't remember how long this group we've had this group, but it's been a while. It's been a while. I would say at least 4 years, maybe even 5. But if you were to watch the very first Facebook Lives that I ever did, they were kind of awful. I wasn't being me, right? I still had some of the, oh my God, what am I going to say it right? And like, what are they going to think? And I was in my head a lot. And now it's just like, this is me. You don't have to like me. I'm cool with that. Because I'm being the authentic me. And that is what I want for every single girl and young woman out there. I want them to be their authentic selves, and that's what you want for your daughter as well. We are not here to play small. We are not here to just do everything that's realistic. I'm going to tell all of you right now what I do for a living. This was not exactly realistic. When I created, I was like, okay, I'm going to be a coach for teen girls and young women, and I'm going to help them transform their lives. Like, if I told people that, which I did early on, people could say to me, well, that's not really realistic. Maybe you should go back to your medical sales job. You know, I quit my medical sales job, by the way, long time ago, but this was years ago because I had a passion and I knew this is what I was meant to do. And I was making like in the 6 figures. I was definitely, you know, like I had a great salary. I was making great money, but money doesn't buy you happiness. And I was very unfulfilled. And so if I would have stayed there, I would have kept playing it safe because I would not have gotten my hopes up for dreaming and thinking of something else that was bigger than me, that I couldn't exactly see yet, but I knew that this is what I was meant to do with my life. And this is what you want for your daughter as well. You don't want her to dull or dim her light. You don't want her to just try to be accepted by her friends and in relationships and kind of like play it small. Lady Gaga is not playing it small. Lady Gaga is going all the way, right? And so we can live our lives, like your daughter can live her best and biggest life. But in order to do that, she has to stop doubting herself. She has to stop living in her insecurities. And for the topic of this Facebook Live, she has to stop saying these things to herself like, don't get my hopes up. That doesn't get her anywhere. It doesn't get her anywhere. It doesn't get her to the life that she is meant to live. So if your daughter is struggling in her life, if she's struggling with her mental health, this could be anxiety, depression, self-loathing, self-harm, suicidal thoughts, eating disorder, anything. I'm telling you, your daughter doesn't have to stay in that. Suffering is optional. Some of you may argue with me on that one. Some of you may not believe me when I say suffering is optional, but it is. And your daughter just has to learn how to get out of that, how to get out of her own way, right? That's it. That's what this work is all about. Your daughter learning how to get out of her own way so that she can live a big and bold and amazing life. I'm living that right now. I'm living proof that this is possible. Because everything that I teach my clients, everything that I teach my girls, I am living proof of this. And I have hundreds of girls that are also living proof that this works. It works. So, don't get your hopes up. If you say that to yourself, stop that right now. If you say that to your daughter or son or however many children you have, stop that right now. You want your daughter to start believing in herself. Allow herself to get excited for what she's doing, what she's creating, what she is stepping into. Not why any of us are here. We're here for like a limited time. None of us know how long we are going to be here. I get so frustrated with the amount of girls that are struggling with their mental health. It doesn't have to be that way. But oftentimes the approach that a lot of parents are taking is just it's not working and it's not effective. And so, I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. So you try a lot of things and just nothing is working and you keep spinning your wheels. There is another way, there is another approach. It's not necessarily in the medication, it's not necessarily in the therapy either. If that stuff is working, great, continue doing it. What I do every single day with girls and young women is really helping transform these girls' lives, which is what you want for your daughter if your daughter is stuck right now. Okay? I'm going to have to wrap this up because I have a group coaching session in 6 minutes. So I got to go get ready for that. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'm more than happy to answer. And if you would like my help, if your daughter is struggling, if she is playing small, if you're seeing her and she's just not stepping into her greatness, she's got low self-worth, she's, constantly comparing herself, she's constantly putting herself down. No girl should have to go through life like that. And if your daughter is doing that now, if it doesn't get better, that is going to be something that she's going to continue to do well into adulthood, which is what you don't want. So if you'd like my help, private message me. Let me know. We can start a conversation. Your daughter has to want the help, though. I only work with those girls and young women who want the help. If your daughter doesn't want the help, I am not the person to work with her. Okay? With that, I will leave you all. Remember, it's not about, don't say this, don't get your hopes up. We're going to stop saying that. We're deleting it from our vocabulary. It's all about let's get excited. Let's step into our best lives. And let's expect that it is possible. And let's raise our hopes even higher and higher and higher and have faith and the certainty that we can do it. When that faith and the certainty is there, then your daughter can achieve anything. And then watch out, world, because here she comes. Love you guys.